Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of On the Couch Book Reviews. And today we're taking a look at the book. We're reviewing the book Flesh by Carl Hiaasen. Um, so in this book, you have Noah Underwood, Abby Underwood, Payne Underwood, and Donna Underwood. Those are the main characters in the book. Um, uh, so that's the mom. Donna's the mom. Payne is the dad. Noah is the son, and Abby is the daughter. So in this, when it starts, Noah is going to see his father that is in jail, and the police tells him to empty his pockets, and he empties bubble gum and a whole bunch of stuff out of his pockets, and like he goes into to see his dad, and he asks his dad, why did you do it? Why did you sink this ship? Because he sunk a ship. He sunk the Queen Coral, and that is a gambling ship, and he sunk it because um they was emptying doodle into the water, the sea, and this happens in Key West, Florida, by the way. So this happens in Key West, Florida. So he asked him, and he's like, did you really do it? And he's like, yeah, I did it. And so he's in there and they're talking, and he's like, well, I had a good cause. I did it for a good cause because that's dangerous that they're pumping that stuff. They shouldn't be doing that. That's illegal. They're supposed to be pumping that stuff into a holding tank and then taking it away. And so so he goes back home, and um Abby asks how his dad was, and he's like, well, he's still not budging on why he did what he did. And Abby's like, Abby asked him, well, why did he do it? And he's like, because they dumping dookie into the water. And she's like, wait, are you talking about at Thunder Beach? And he's like, yeah, they dumping doo into the sea. And she's like, oh, that's nasty, like, and like, my thing is, how are you gonna be a ship and you don't got some kind of holding tank or whatever, and you gonna dump doodoo into the ocean, right? You gonna dump dookie, doodoo, shit, you know, whatever you wanna call it, into the water, into the sea, bro. Come on now, what's wrong with your ass? Like, so basically, um, they want they want to help their dad prove their case that he is right about the case in point, um about them pouring this dookie into the ocean. So they set about to help their father by going to this dude named Elias Peaking's house, and the guy who is doing all of this is named Dusty Muleman, and he has a son named Jasper Muleman Jr., who um Noah really doesn't get along with, and and Jasper really don't get along with him either. So they get into it one night or one day going down the road, and they get into it and everything. And Jasper's like, "Your dad sunk our boat, weird ass." And um, Jasper's just like, "Well, um, what your dad's doing is wrong too. You dumping dookie into the sea or whatever." And he's like, well, blah 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 blah. You know how bullies are. They do everything to justify why they do what they do and shit. So, um, so anyways, so them two get into it, and his sister stops him, and she's like, "No, y'all chill," and shit. So, like, so then basically So he goes and sees his dad again, and meanwhile his mom is trying to get his dad out of jail with the attorney, and his father's like, nah, I ain't coming out. I'm standing for what I believe in and shit. So I'm standing for what I believe in and stuff. So um his mom's like, why you gotta be so stubborn? Why you can't just come out and be with your family and everything? Um so then basically, and his mom starts talking about divorce, and Abby and Noah are just like, oh nah, we can't have that. And so basically they're still trying to help their father, and so they go to this dude that his dad told them about, named Lights Peking. So while they're meeting up with him, there's this lady named Shelly. um and it turns out that Peking got fired from the ship because he used to work for Dusty, and the reason he got fired was because he stole Dusty's girlfriend from him, and that's Shelly. And so um Shelly is, this kind of big lady. She's kind of big built and like kind of like a man. She's like, and everybody's like, whoa, she kind of looks scary or whatever, and like, so she looks scary or whatever, and they like, well, we might can trust her or whatever. So Lights Peking, he's like, nah, I want money for this. If I'm gonna help y'all, I want money for this. And they're like, well, we ain't got no money, but we can give you our father's boat or whatever. And he's like, so he goes back to his father, and his father's like, well, give him the boat, because that's the only other thing we got. Because they offered him a pickup truck, but he's like, nah, I got wheels or whatever. And he's just like, yeah, nah, I got wheels and whatnot. So that is that. So he tells him he'll help him and everything. So meanwhile, they go investigate the the Corey Queen themselves, where their father sunk it. And they're like, wow, it's like 20 different people trying to pull this ship um up out the water, and they finally get it back going, and stuff. So um so then next thing you know, their father gets out of jail because the police are just like, all right, look, we don't want nothing else to do with you. We don't want you here, and we're already running out of cell space anyway. So we gonna let you go. But the thing is, before that happens, the father escapes from jail. So then basically the mom tells him, she's like, look, your papers was already finna get signed by the sheriff anyway, so why you bust out? So he's like, I just couldn't take it anymore in there. And she's like, well, you stupid, because they was about to sign your papers and whatever. But so anyways, they thinking that so the cops show up, and he's got this ankle bracelet on, and so he goes out, and then it's that same night they go to look, they go to bed and everything, and Noah's mom goes in Abby's room, and Abby's gone. So ankle bracelet be damned. Um Basically, ankle bracelet be damned. They're gonna go look for their daughter, and the mom's like, nah, I'm coming with y'all. And at first Noah and them was like, nah, don't come with us, ma. And she's like, nah, it ain't no don't come with me, nothing. I'm coming with y'all, whether y'all like it or not. And if it comes down to anything, y'all let me do the talking. Y'all shut up and let me do the talking. So what happens to Abby? Do they find her? And they think they know where she went. They think she went to the marina. So what happens to Abby, and does Noah and his family get revenge on Dusty Newman for dumping Dookie into the seawater. I don't know. Y'all gonna have to read the book to find out, man. So, um, I hope y'all have enjoyed Flush Book Review by Carl Hiaasen. And yo, I got more videos coming soon for y'all, man. Yeah. So, anywho, man, do what you do your thing, and always make sure you stay on top of your game. You feel me? It's your boy, and I'm gone. Peace.